Morning, everybody. What a way to spend a birthday. Thank you, Warren. It's fantastic to be here and to speak to you on a topic that I'm genuinely passionate about, which is 360-degree marketing in a world that's gone digital. And as Warren mentioned, my current home is in New York City. I've been there for 14 years, but my heart and my home is in Canada. It made me actually feel extremely connected to Australia. The roots go back a long way. You have a stunningly beautiful country. We have a stunningly beautiful country. You enjoy violent blood sports. We enjoy violent blood sports. I think these are Canadian women, I'm not sure from the photo. You have national animal symbols that seem furry and kind and gentle on the outside, but are actually savage and vicious. We have national furry animal creature symbols, in this case the beaver, that seem gentle and kind on the outside, but are actually savage and vicious. We also share, here's the reason we're here today. I've been around the track and marketing for a long time in global businesses and so forth. Everybody here today has struggled not with the rhetoric of integrated marketing and 360-degree marketing. How do you actually do it? And that's what I wanted to tackle in the next 40 minutes or so. As Warren mentioned, I've worked in a number of different businesses. I started my career at Procter & Gamble, and then through my life at Ogilvy and elsewhere, I've had a chance to work with just some fantastic businesses across different parts of the world and different parts of the industry, different sectors. I've probably done stuff in every medium known to man, including sidewalk chalk painting and shelf wobblers. But it's an exploded world of channels, and I think there's some experience to draw from that. I'm going to boil it down for you into 5 points. Everything 25 years plus, I'm going to boil it down into 5 points, and hopefully leave you with some specific thoughts and some concrete action. What is 360-degree marketing in this digital world, and how do we actually do it? The first big observation: most so-called integrated marketing simply isn't. It's the fake stuff. It's the easy stuff. It's the superficial stuff. How many people have gone into a meeting where a big new campaign is unfolded, and basically you see maybe some advertising, television advertising, or print, and the rest of the work in the room is basically just painted a veneer of integration. It actually doesn't have much to do with it. It doesn't move the business forward in any way. It's actually just kind of painted on. I've been in that room a lot in my career, and I think you probably have as well. A lot of people, it's like integration, a perfume. You can spray some perfume around, you can walk through it, and then magically it's integrated at the end of the day. It's not! That's the crap stuff. That's the ineffective stuff. That's the stuff that gets you nowhere. Here's a definition from me. You can write it down. It's the most words I'll ever put on a slide in my history. But it's the real belief that I have for what integrated marketing is. It's a time series of marketing actions. Time series, thoughtful, planning, using the dimension of time, putting things in order. There's often a calendar that's really integrated. You will see a sequence and a calendar. All the best real integrated marketing has it. Number 2, it is built around a compelling idea or insight. You cannot integrate around a hollow center. It doesn't work, it doesn't stick, it doesn't last. Number 3, it deploys the most intelligent recipe of channels. Channels are hand-selected based on what they're put on God's earth to do with that idea and that target audience and that business ambition. It's a recipe And just like a recipe, great chefs know how to put them together. The saffron goes with the garlic, goes with the olive oil, and creates some magical new thing. Great integrated marketing uses a recipe. The best stuff propels customers and prospects along a pathway. As we'll discuss, people understand how to move along the journey or the pathway. It's motion, it's action, it's moving people. That's the skill. And the final point, to achieve measurable business outcomes. A whole lot of times you see people filling a room with stuff, a product launch with a bunch of stuff checked off from the Excel spreadsheet. What's the business goal of each individual component? What is it supposed to do along the way? So, one definition, let me give you an example from 2011 of some real stuff, the real good stuff in action. It's from IBM, and it's for a marketing initiative called Watson. And let me give you a little bit of background on what IBM is up to and what Watson is and what it contributes. So this is the history of IBM in the last 20 years in 3 slides. In 1993 and 1994, IBM was on the brink of extinction. Its stock price had plummeted to $14 per share. Its brand was rated number 283 in the world. The estimated brand value at that time was minus $50 million. What do you rather have, Brand X or IBM? All take the Brand X. It had negative brand equity. It was on the front cover of Fortune magazine as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is not how you want to be on the front cover of Fortune magazine. It was on the brink of disaster. It was going to be sold for parts. IBM in the 60s and 70s, one of the most revered companies in the world, was going to be sold for parts. Come back. This guy is Lou Gerstner. He used to be the CEO of American Express, used to work in McKinsey Consulting, tremendously smart guy. And he came in and he fixed the business. Brought them a solutions positioning, got them into hardware, software, and services, got the business model together, brought the brand together. It's great. Let's be proud of it. We worked with him at Ogilvy on creating an e-business campaign. The stock price came back up to $100. There's still a further chapter under his successor, Sam Palmisano, who was a sales guy, brilliant, intuitive sales guy. The story continued. The stock price is now maybe, some might be English here, $180 today. $180. It is rated a number 2 or 3, depending on the rating system, brand in the world. Has positive brand equity in excess of $50 billion. It's on the front cover of Fortune as Superman. Not bad. IBM over the years has done some tremendous business-to-business marketing. Their current major global platform is Let's Build a Smarter Planet, which is a way of embracing all the stuff that they do and linking it to the huge challenges that their customers and prospects have. Building traffic systems in Sydney, extracting oil from the world in more cost-effective, environmentally friendly ways, et cetera. So that's the context. IBM does good big stuff. Their current platform is Smarter Planet. This brings in Watson. And Watson was an initiative from the labs. Basically, the guys deep in the IBM labs invented some stuff. It was a super fast computing capability, a server, hardware, wrapped around with some analytic software. Sounds pretty boring. The incredible capability of it is it could solve highly complex, ambiguous equations, including natural human language. You know that human language is one of the most complicated problems to solve. Let me give you an example. When I say the word run, what do I mean? Run in a foot race, run in an election, a run in a nylon or stocking, a run in cricket or baseball, a run on the bank. Which one do I mean?